Hi and welcome to another edition of BRE TV. My name's Allister and I'm joined with me today by Dominic Morrison. How are you, Dominic?
Good to be here, Allister, and abiding by social distancing.
That's right.
At the moment, as we speak, I feel like I've been waiting my whole life to be able to be a good couple of metres away from you.
Well, I was going to say, Dom, this is about as close as I ever want to get to you. So, Dominic tells me that he does have showers most mornings, but from time to time the BO can get a little bit overwhelming. So having a little good distance away from a social distancing point of view is probably a positive thing.
Good for everyone.
That's right. But we're finding things in real estate, Dominic, have found the new normal, basically. We're finding that people are out and about in the local market in these times. People are concerned about COVID-19. We're finding that there's a little bit of resilience in the marketplace.
Yeah, we seem to be working through it. The industry, there's a lot of things that we have to do differently now. Someone earlier, I was out and about around town, and someone asked me, so you can't do inspections anymore, it's all online. Well, in fact, we can do inspections, and we're doing plenty of inspections. There's lots of buyers still looking around, probably not doing quite the volume that we used to do in January, February, but buyers can still look through a property. We're just being a lot more careful about how we do that. So we'll just, for example, if I'm taking a couple through the property, I'll let them go through, have a bit of a chat to them before they go through, and they go through by themselves, just to keep the numbers down. We're doing the hand sanitizer, we're doing the gloves, so it's different, but there's certain positives to it as well, which you were just
absolutely.
mentioning.
It's interesting talking with a lot of our agents are very experienced and been in the marketplace for a number of years, and another were commenting that the actual current market is very much like the way real estate was always practiced. Yes, open houses are very popular and taken off in a big way, but this private inspection arrangement is the way real estate has actually always been done, is that one-on-one relationship with a buyer, looking to buy a property and taking them to various properties. And what I'm finding, and what we're hearing from our team in all of our three offices, is that buyers are really responding to that private inspection scenario, and the actual effect for our sellers is that buyers are becoming more bonded with properties. They're actually becoming more attached to properties because they're getting that one-on-one private inspection through the property, and they're getting a better feel and a better understanding of a property. So in many ways, it's actually probably assisting in the buying process.
It is. Personally, it's quite interesting. I think at an open home, buyers can be a bit quicker, and the guard can be up. Whereas that one-on-one time we're getting at the moment, with some time to have a chat to buyers at the front of the property, they'll then go and have a look through, and then some time afterwards to get maybe a little bit of extra feedback for the owners of the property, and a bit more time to explain the benefits of the area. So it is an interesting time to step back and look at how things are done, and it may be something we'll look at more in the future. A greater emphasis on private inspections.
Yes, and there's been lots of commentary in the marketplace, Dominic, about different economists and punters are predicting what's going to happen to property prices, and lots of predictions all around that. And it was interesting to know, I did a radio interview on ABC Radio, Breakfast Radio recently, and we spoke about that topic in particular. And it was interesting last, 18 months ago, when there was a downturn in the capital city markets, that actually regional Victoria was very buoyant over that time and actually had some price growth over that time. And so which could potentially be the same going through this period of time as well, because even though the number of sales, the number of transactions that happened previously at the start of the year aren't happening now, so volumes are definitely lower, the actual effect could be that some of our sellers are getting pretty good results because the supply on the market is lower. So from a point of view, yes, there's less transactions, but actually the prices could potentially be holding up for sellers because there's just less supply on the market.
For sure. We're seeing an influx of first home buyers taking their opportunity to purchase perhaps when there's that slightly lower level of competition. I think first home buyers particularly can get frustrated with that very intense competition that we saw at the end of 2019 and we're seeing at the beginning of 2020. So they're seeing an opportunity to buy. Days on market, we're still listing a few properties and the days on market's quite good because people are seeing an opportunity to buy. We're taking them through privately, and we're able to personalise that service and get it done quite quickly. And I suppose we've got a very experienced and progressive team here, and I guess at times like this, this is when you really want a great agent working for you, because you'll see from our results we're the ones getting properties sold in this tough time. I know some other agencies that probably haven't been around for as long and haven't seen things like we have panicked and gone to water in a way. I think we'll be really proud the way we look back. We've kept at it. We've got properties sold for people that needed to get them sold during this difficult time.
Yes, I think very much so. I think in this time, if you've got one of your biggest assets, or for many sellers, their number one biggest asset, now is probably not the time where you should be risking any aspect of the sale process. Now is really the time when, from an agent selection point of view, you've just absolutely got to go with the tried and true. You've got to go with the agent that gets the results, has the runs on the board, is really the safe pair of hands. Now is not the time to take a punt and roll the dice on an unproven performer. And that's what we're finding a lot with our vendors, is that they're coming on board to the fact they say, well, it's clear that you guys sell the most properties, it's clear that you guys obviously are getting a lot of traction in the marketplace, and I feel safe and comfortable with that process, and I want to get the result that I need to get. So
it's good for you. Maybe to put some context into that, because we sell a majority of the properties in Ballarat. Earlier in the week, I saw a property on the Monday. There was a buyer that missed out on that property. I then moved him onto one of my colleagues' properties, another one of the agents here, and that property that was on the market and the owners were desperate to sell that, were able to get a sale. So I don't, people cannot understand what we're talking about when we explain the importance of having that really broad list of buyers, lots of properties for sale. So as soon as someone misses out on one, we don't wave goodbye to them. We move them onto one of our other properties, maybe even one that's coming onto the market in the next couple of weeks. If you're thinking about selling at the moment, give us a call, because we may have someone there ready to go that we can connect you with straight away.
And the reality is, Dominic, we've been in operation for nearly 40 years, so there's probably a fair chance we have that buyer in our database already. Speaking of buyers and speaking of sales, there has been some good sales happening, and we've just picked out a small selection of really good results that I think are probably reflective of that. Some sellers are getting some pretty good outcomes, even in the current environment, which is promising for them. I know that you got 106 Foster Street, Redan, which is obviously a fantastic area to be in, but it's been very popular, particularly end of last year, at the start of this year. Tell us about that sale.
Yeah, good sale for people to understand how things are still working. A gentleman found a property actually off our Ararat office that he really wanted to purchase to get closer to his family. So he found the property he wanted, but he needed to sell during this time. We priced it really well. It was $360 to $380 and sold for $378 in a week. So those kind of situations will always arise in life where you need to make a move, but we can navigate you through that time quite easily. Still, people asking, can we look at properties, can we sell? Of course we can. We can navigate you through this easily.
105 Morris Street in Ballarat East was one of Blaze's sales, and a really good Brian sale, 525,000, which was a great result.
Good result. Really happy purchases there. They are doing some renovations and plenty of potential there in Ballarat East.
Moving on to Blaze, he actually did sell 28 Parkland Drive in Winter
Did
Valley.
you just slot that in there to make sure Blaze didn't get upset? Was
Was
that meant to be in there?
No, Blaze does have to get a mention on that one, because it was a good result. 401.
401 Park, 28 Parkland Drive, I think it was. 401,000, good result. Winter Valley's performing quite well through this time.
Absolutely, very solid. And also Bacchus Road, one Bacchus Road for Jay, we got a great reprice there for 482,500.
Yes, great house. Big 4 or 5 bedroom place on a corner block there in Mount Clear. Very happy buyers and sellers on that one. I know Jay's been wrapped
some good results to show that there is some action still out there. You know, vendors are getting where they need to get, and there is traction in the marketplace amongst the buyers. But we've got some good new listings coming up, so there still is some choice there for the buyers that is appearing on market. I know Dave's pretty happy with his 6 Griffith Court in Bunnyrock, good listing.
Outstanding property. Yeah, I've just seen the photos come through. We're getting ready for that too. I think it's actually just gone live now. Amazing property there, and it's the end of a court. If you look out the front door and you can see the Bunnyrock Golf Club, so he's going to be very busy with that one over the next,
Absolutely.
say a couple of weeks. They're going to be gone in a few days, so get straight on today for that one.
Absolutely. And speaking of stunning homes and great locations, 35 Lime Tree Way in Lake Gardens, Dominic Larkins is to that one. And I told him the other day that photographs of that property were absolutely a treat.
Yes, beautiful property. Another one that won't last long.
No. 50 Willow Grove in Wendouree is one of your listings?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about this one because it's a unique property that will suit a certain buyer. It's a 3-bedroom house, which is in good condition, with a 1-bedroom self-contained property out the back. So for people with elderly parents or a teenager, there are people that are often looking for those types of properties. So in Willow Grove, just off Gillies Street there, so you've got Stockland, Wendouree just down the road. Give me a call about that one if you've got that specific need.
Great spot. And also in Wendouree, 12 Hamlet Street is one of Jay's listings, and it'll also go well because that's in a great spot in Wendouree.
Very good corner, weatherboard, classic Wendouree home with the big windows and a quiet inner part of Wendouree. You kick a footy across to Grandmount Oval, so good spot.
Great spot, you can't go wrong. It's blue chip real estate now in that part of Wendouree. So the idea with BRA TV has always been to keep you abreast of what's been happening in the marketplace, give you just candid advice, talk freely about where we're seeing the marketplace and what's been happening, and we're intending to continue to keep up that information flow through to you during these times, because I think information is power, and as much information as we can give you, our clients, the stronger and better off you'll be in the marketplace in what is proving to be a resilient marketplace for buyers and sellers. So thanks for watching another edition of BRE TV. Make sure you keep up the hygiene standards and the social distancing, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next time.